Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Taurus, April 28, 2022. Adopt a new outlook on life today, and realize that things change, regardless of how much you might long to hang on to the present situation. People may seem a bit restless and stubborn. Be careful that you are not caught up in someone else's busybody drama. A voice from the past might be talking to you out of nowhere, asking you to open up to their way of thinking. Today you could apply some self-help ideas to your life. You might see a situation in your family that needs some fixing. Maybe there are some communication problems where loved ones aren't seeing eye to eye. You could come up with a way to resolve this issue today. Maybe you can counsel the parties involved. If it's you who is at the center of the problem, you might adopt a new philosophy that will provide a more enlightened perspective. There may be a good deal of pressure on you today. Someone who is worried about getting behind on projects may push you to get ahead of yourself. Be careful not to put the cart before the horse. You're a hard worker and a good analyst. Trust your instincts and do things in the order in which you know they should be done. A lot of money may go in and out of your bank account today. Monies received will be very welcome, but you're more likely to use it to pay bills or for much-needed purchases than you are to stash it away. You might decide to put some towards a class you've been wanting to take, or a long-awaited vacation. At day's end you'll feel both relieved and satisfied. Take some time out to relax and enjoy your prosperity. Relations and friends are having a hard time with you and vice versa. Put an end to this mutual feeling of frustration. Be honest with yourself and consider compromising on some points. Talking to people to clear things up is also a big help. Regard today's negative atmosphere as an opportunity to resolve conflicts permanently. Sometimes prolonged contact with an unfamiliar substance can lead you to develop an allergy. This is what's happening in the case of a mutual friend you share with you-know-who. Don't let this person come between you two. Whatever you try to achieve is criticized and unlikely to be accepted in a very favorable way, especially if you feel undue pressure to perform any kind of activity. It is far better to delay important activities or decisions until you feel positive about the outcome. Use your sense of humor to relieve any tension. You could be contemplating personal relationships today, trying to figure out how things can be improved. Your moods may vacillate back and forth today. 1 minute, all will become clear to you, and you'll know what to do. The next minute, your mind will flip-flop and change direction about the issue. Be patient on yourself and others today, as minor mood swings could lead to misunderstandings or harsh words. Look for a more peaceful day to instigate change. Today's vibrations will push you towards a new departure. Today you should feel the first preliminary signs. You feel the need to move in every sense of the word, towards new ideas and contacts. In your professional environment you could well have some very good news for the future. Things are changing for you on the inside and on the outside. Today is a day for the new and the different. As close as you or your partner are, it may be that you've allowed yourselves to get into a rut. Routine is nice, but boring routine is not. Take matters into your own hands and plan an unusual evening out. Why not go roller skating or sign up for a line dancing class? Whatever you do together is bound to be fun and will re-energize your relationship. Just 2 days before Mercury is due to leave Taurus, he moves into a friendly aspect to Pluto just 2 days before he is due to turn retrograde in an adventurous part of your chart. This might appear to be a case of ships that pass in the night, but with Mercury retrograding back in next month, this is just the first of 3 times they will come together between now and June. This is encouraging you to keep your mind and your options open while opening your mind to the possibilities for do-overs ahead. While Venus, the planet of love, will end the week aligned with lucky Jupiter, it is her alignment with dreamy Neptune that peaks today. This comes just as Venus is working to make the most of her final days in a social and serendipitous part of your chart, with the moon helping out over the last few days. This makes it easier to trust your heart and your gut and for them to put you in the right place at the right time. Our eyes in the sky. The universe has surprises in store for us all this morning as the Piscis moon shares a positive aspect to wildcard Uranus. Look for small blessings, magical moments, and unexpected opportunities for financial gain right now, though there's no telling how big or small these payouts will be. In honor of these vibes, you might want to do something nice for someone you care about to help propel the thrill of this cosmic climate. While things could be delightfully unpredictable early on, you'll want to stay grounded by focusing on small tasks and duties throughout the remainder of the day. Communicative Mercury and expansive Jupiter face off in the sky tonight, which could cause you to feel overwhelmed or as though too many people are vying for your attention. The prospect of change and the work that goes with it could also feel like a daunting challenge to take on, which is exactly why breaking things into smaller, more digestible steps should be a priority. It's also important to remember that it's okay to step back from your responsibilities for a bit, especially if you're feeling highly stressed or tightly wound. Overnight, the moon forms an opposition to hazy Neptune, which could leave you feeling disconnected or worn down from the day's hectic energy. Use this time to decompress, and try not to have unreasonable expectations for yourself or those around you. In the late morning, the Piscis moon forms a trine to Uranus in Taurus, helping us to create order out of chaos. Emotional territory is rarely ever streamlined to a point of complete confidence, and the Virgo moon tends to see us waxing critical, overly judgmental of our own flaws or others' actions. Uranus in trine helps us to lighten up. At this juncture, we perceive that life is full of unpredictable twists and turns. What matters isn't how well we anticipate the unexpected, but how we rise to those occasions with a willingness to do what must be done. In this way, there is less pressure to be perfect and more of a willingness to go with the flow and see to matters as they arise. This is a great occasion to break away from habitual and debilitating performance anxiety. In the late afternoon, Mercury in Leo opposes Jupiter in Aquarius, inclining us to bite off more than we can chew. This transit stimulates optimism and confidence in our abilities, a great relief if we have been feeling down on our luck. However, we might swing too far in the opposite direction, talking ourselves up and agreeing to handle tasks that are bound to leave us stretched thin. We might take on projects that require skills we don't have, or knowledge that we don't have a strong background in, under the guise that we can fake it until we make it, subsequently discovering that the skill set isn't actually fakeable. If we restrict our activities to social calls or low-pressure meetups with friends, we might be better off. Those who know us best will pass less judgment on our bluster, or be less annoyed if we later renege on something we promised in the excitement of the moment.